Within IntelliJ, let's go ahead and create a new class. And this class, I'm going to call it as employee. And we've said that the employee has private string name. Let's have address. Let's also have age. So private int age. And also let's have a list. And finally, let's have, I think it was experience. There we go. Cool. So now let's generate the constructor in here. So this will be all our constructor. Let me put this on a new line like so. There we go. The same for H. Oops, not like that, but like this. And let's generate the getters and setters for this. So generate getters and setters. Let's also have equals and hash code. So, or actually toString first. And finally, equals and hash code. So equal hash code. There we go. Done. All right, cool. So now we have the employee, which is this class right here. And now let's create both programmer as well as manager. So let's start with programmer. So again, a new class. I'm going to call it programmer. And now instead of me basically saying all of this, so in here, instead of saying all of this in here, or actually go back to programmer and then paste that in. No, I'm not going to do this because inheritance allows us to create a class based off an existing class. So here, programmer, we're going to say that programmer extends and then employee. And it's as simple as this. Now, what we need to do is, because we have the constructor, so all our constructor in here for employee, we also have to have it within programmer. So you see IntelliJ is even telling me create constructor matching super. And I'll explain this in a second, what this means. But basically, there we go. So I'll explain what this means in a second. But now we have a class called programmer. We can also now have basically the fields which are related for programmer. So here, private, and let's have a string array. And let's just say here that this will be programming languages. And I think it was one method here that said write code. So public, and then void, and then write, and then let's say some code. There we go. And for now, I'm just going to print. So I'm going to say south, writing some code. And we're going to change this in a second to include the name, but later we'll learn how to do that. Cool. So now we have our programmer. Now let's have the manager, I think. So it was manager. So let's just, again, create a Java class, manager. And the manager extends employee. Let's have the constructor. Put this on a new line so you can see everything. There we go. And I think the manager had, I think, the number of employees, I think. So private int team size. And also in here, let's just have public and then void report. So, and then south, and then manager, writing team, and then report. And to be honest, this is pretty much it. So we have the class employee. We also have the programmer as well as manager. Now, one term which is really important, employee, it's the super class, and then everything that extends employee, it's known as subclass. So superclass, and then this is the subclass. So we have one superclass and two subclasses for employee. In here, have a look. Extends employee, the same for programmer, extends employee. Now I'll come back to this later, but to be honest, this is pretty much how we achieve inheritance within Java.